everybody. My name is Jamie Macleod. I'm part of Clachan Co-Housing. About half of our group is sitting in the fifth row back, so if you have any questions or anything, come and speak to us later. That would be great. We are currently developing a co-housing project in the north of Glasgow. Over the last 3-ish years, the group membership has changed a bit. We currently consist of a core group of 8 people forming 6 separate households. And we all bring different skills, expertise, and to an extent, different motivations to the group. This is a fairly recent picture of us, but not entirely up to date. There's also the wider Friends of Clachan network of people who are interested in keeping involved in what we're doing. In some cases, looking to join in the future when everybody involved is comfortable that we'll all fit together well. So please join that as well. I'm going to give a bit of an overview of what co-housing is, the benefits it offers, the reasons that we are trying to build this community. And most of the pictures that I'll be showing are from various other co-housing projects from around the world. We don't yet have buildings to show you, but hopefully quite soon. Quite a few of the pictures come from a visit the Clachan members took to Lilac in Leeds, which is this here. That's a pretty well-established community, co-housing community. As far as I'm aware, the first mutual home ownership society in the UK, and we're basing a lot of what we're doing on the model that they've provided. So what is co-housing? It's a way to design a space for living that keeps community at its heart, and it involves principles to ensure that that community is maintained over time and people can retain their independence and personal space as part of that. We intend to build 22 homes ranging from 1-bedroom flats to 3-bedroom houses. Each of those individual homes has got everything that you need to live there, but there's also a common building that all the residents would share with facilities such as laundrette, space to meet and eat together, space to grow vegetables, fruit, flowers, anything that's required. And this is all developed and managed by the residents. Here are 2 of our founding members, Grace and Martin, who's here tonight. The materials and design will enable minimum impact on the environment and hopefully maximum impact socially. We're hoping to get as close as possible to passive house standards, and permaculture is being examined closely to see if that provides the systems that we want to live by. We'll use a version of the Mutual Home Ownership Society financial model used by Lilac. Specific percentages, etc. might change, but there's a cooperative that's owned by the residents, and that owns the land and the properties. Members at Lilac at least pay a 10% deposit, and then 35% of their net monthly income is paid to buy shares equal to the value of the home, and also for maintenance of common areas. And when the home value is paid off, the contribution drops to 10% of income for maintenance and management costs. If a member decides to leave, they'll get back the deposit and the equity that they've paid in, and the incoming members will start from scratch. So high earners pay off their equity more quickly than low earners. It suits mixed incomes, we think. So why are we doing this? Reasons vary with different members. It's clear there are financial, social, and environmental benefits to co-housing. Financially, the model I've just run through links housing costs to income, which is great. Avoiding expensive rented housing, buying a house might be unaffordable. There's also environmental benefits as well as the energy side of things. There's the potential to share resources, use resources more effectively, perhaps use grey water reclamation, these sorts of things that wouldn't be possible with individual properties. And socially, we're building a community that supports each other and aiming to tackle isolation through that. Interaction and social events are encouraged, and we also aim to build an intergenerational community. And how we're doing this is as important as what we're doing. Building the community is as important as building the buildings. Clachan uses sociocracy as a decision-making process. This leads to consent-based decisions. It's non-hierarchical. It emphasises discussion and listening to objections. So we aim to start as we mean to go on. So where are we now? We're in talks with Glasgow Council, who are preparing a master plan for the Mary Hill, Somerston area. There's a site that we're hopeful that we'll be able to come to an arrangement with. This depends on how the master plan progresses. We aren't counting our chickens just yet. We have had a suitable site in mind in the past, and that didn't quite work out. But we are progressing with our plans. We've received 5 days consultancy work from the Right to Build task force, and through this, Assemble Architects helped us to complete some further design work and develop a feasibility study looking at the finances, and both of these things, the design and the feasibility study, are feeding into the council's master plan. And that was a fun day we had playing with plasticine, moving them around and working out what we wanted to do. Once we've got more certainty on the master plan, we'll be hopefully getting lawyers, architects on board to take things to next level. We're also taking forward community engagement at the proposed site. Some of our members already live very close to the site, but we want other people there to know what we're doing, how we're doing it, and hopefully get involved with that. So to conclude, we believe Clacking Co-housing fulfills a number of housing needs in Glasgow. It will create a small, self-supporting community. It will be accessible to people on a variety of incomes, as well as being environmentally friendly. Self-built, self-managed, taking full responsibility for ongoing maintenance and care. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and over the last 4 months, that's been how correct that is has really come home to me. So other than getting other people for childcare, there's also the benefits for that intergenerational living and the community feel that will be great for little Holly when she gets older. The environmental challenges of the near future require a collective response, and if we're going to effectively address them, and we think Clacking is part of that response. So thank you.